I am not this body. An essential subject from Vinipedia. This is only entrance. Just like children are taught ABCD, or first book of knowledge. It is only the first book of knowledge. And what is that first book of knowledge? The first book of knowledge teaches from the very beginning that you are not this body. That is the beginning of knowledge, spiritual knowledge. So we should understand that we have got to separate business, real business. That is called self-realization, that I am not this body. This is self-realization. That is being instructed by Krishna in the beginning, that you are not this body. The first understanding, first knowledge, is to understand that I am not this body. I am spirit soul. I have got a different business. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinikotes I am not this body category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 8 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. A devotee is also always kind to everyone, even to his enemy. Nirmama means that a devotee does not attach much importance to the pains and trouble pertaining to the body because he knows perfectly well that he is not the material body. He does not identify with the body. Therefore he is freed from the conception of false ego and is equipoised in happiness and distress. He is tolerant, and he is satisfied with whatever comes by the grace of the Supreme Lord. Bhagavad Gita 12. 13-14. One who is not affected by the 3 modes of material nature is called a liberated soul, or Brahma Bhta soul, SB 4.30.20. Brahma Bhta Prasantiyam, BG 18.54, is the stage of liberation. Aha Brahmasmi, I am not this body. This is applicable only to the person who constantly engages in the devotional service of Krishna and is thus in the transcendental stage. He is above the influence of the 3 modes of material nature. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.29. 14. The beginning is to misidentify the body as one's self. Therefore Bhagavad Gita begins with the spiritual instruction that one is not the body, but is within the body. This consciousness can be possible only if one chants the holy name of Krishna, the Hare Krishna Ma mantra, and always keeps oneself in the association of devotees. This is the secret of success. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.2. 38. By mental speculation one can understand that one is not the body but a spirit soul, but unless one engages in devotional service, the real purpose of life is never fulfilled. The real purpose of life is to go back home, back to Godhead, and live with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, play with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, dance with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and eat with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam 8.24. 52. By taking advantage of the guidance of Super Self in the form of intelligence, we can either continue to study and to put into practice our conclusion that I am not this body, or we can choose to remain in the false material identification, fancying ourselves to be the possessors and doers. Our freedom consists in orienting our desire either toward the ignorant, material misconception or the true, spiritual conception. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.2. 35. Of course, Lord Rudra is always spiritually awake, but for our benefit he is praying in this way. For the impersonalist, pure egotism is Aha Brahmasmi, I am not this body. I am spirit soul. But in its actual position, the spirit soul has devotional activities to perform. Therefore Lord Eva prays to be engaged both in mind and in action in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord according to the direction of the Vedas. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.24. 43. The conditioned soul thinks, I am this body, but a liberated soul thinks, I am not this body. I am spirit soul. This I am is called ego, or identification of the self. I am this body, or everything in relationship to the body is mine, is called false ego. But when one is self-realized and thinks that he is an eternal servitor of the Supreme Lord, that identification is real ego. One conception is in the darkness of the threefold qualities of material nature, goodness, passion and ignorance, and the other is in the pure state of goodness, called Uda Sattva or Visudeva. Srimad Bhagavatam 3.27. 13. RLA Naratamadi Sa H Kura has sung. Deha Smtn Hi Ra Sa S Ra Bandhana Kht Ra. One who is spiritually advanced has no connection with the body or with the bodily actions and reactions. When one comes to understand that he is not the body and therefore is neither fat nor skinny, one attains the topmost form of spiritual realization. When one is not spiritually realized, the bodily conception entangles one in the material world. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.10. 10.